Yo, 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 what's up, PREDHEADS?
Yo, what is up, everybody? Happy October 1st.
It's a spooky episode 13.
Yeah, you know what's really crazy is we were talking yesterday and we were like, how crazy is it that it's Friday, October 1st, but it's our 13th episode? It's like Friday the 13th PNN version.
Spooky, guys.
Real spooky. A lot has happened in the past 48 hours. I know I always say that, but you guys, there's a lot. So buckle up. As I always say, we got a lot coming.
How's everyone doing today? We got Nova Bomb, Gobshite, Melissa, Xeno Warrior, Chronic, Twomper, Doobie, Non-Binary Skywalker, Technical, Hills, Cat Eyes, Chaos, Brian, Mr. Los Angeles, Locksmith.
Thank
Moments
you guys
Live.
all so much for being here. We know there's a couple other lives going on right now, so definitely don't feel obligated to be here. If you want to watch LC go fishing, I think he's doing that. And then I think there's a couple interviews going on. So as you guys know, our lives always stay up and you can always come back and see what's going on in the community.
Yeah, so thanks for being here. It's Friday.
Thank God. Yeah. So I took today off of work. We were going to go to a wedding and some stuff happened. So we ended up staying home. But you guys, this is like the first day off I've had in a minute. My work requires so much overtime. So it was really, really dope being able to like be at home, plan this episode. So yeah, we're super excited.
So let's just jump right in, shall we?
Let's dive in.
First thing we always like to do is look at our milestones from the community to see where people are with the subs. So the first one we got is ACE, Alliance Against Childhood Exploitation, coming in at 3,000 subs.
Nice.
Shout out to them.
That's a big accomplishment. I feel like after you hit like over 1,000 or 2,000, you get a sense that like, okay, there's people, there's an audience willing to watch me.
Right.
So I think that's super dope. Congratulations, ACE.
Yeah, they're kind of a new channel for me, so it's definitely going to be cool to see them grow.
Absolutely.
The next one we got here is from Metro Detroit Predator Patrol.
13,000.
13,000. That's a pretty big number.
That's a big number. On our 13th episode, we get to celebrate 13,000. That's awesome.
So shout out to them. Next one we have is another Michigan group called Maximum Exposure Michigan. We covered them a few times on our last show. Coming in at 14,000.
Love that.
Pretty dope.
Also am loving these names. Like you see so many of these pred catching community. It's like it's hard to come up with a new name if you're a pred catcher. So I'm loving all these different names.
So true. And then the last one with that we had is Colorado Ped Patrol for like the fourth time in a row with 31,000.
Yeah, we always say we remain unbiased on this channel, and Cup and I laugh every single time we have an episode because we're like, oh, once again, we're putting CPP in our milestones, but he's just growing and it's obviously well-deserved.
It's crazy. He just hit 30,000 on the last episode. The episode before that, 29,000. So
yeah, and he said that he's not going to celebrate until he hits 50,000. So don't worry, Tommy, we got you covered. We will celebrate for you.
Yes, of course. So shout out to them. Shout out to everyone who hit a milestone. We have a couple that are right on the brink, and it just wouldn't be fair if we included them in this. So I'm sure by next episode.
I'm sure by Monday, a lot is going to happen over the weekend. I can already feel it with the buildup that's kind of been happening over the past couple of days. So I think I'm excited to see what happens by Monday.
Same. So going over to our news from the community, the first thing that we have is from Predator Catchers PA, Shafiq over there. He had a live last night, and I guess he wasn't alive actually. He did a live update saying that he recorded a catch, but he didn't go live for some reason. So he did say that will premiere soon. And then he also said that a lot of people are, saying that he doesn't call the police. And we've said this before, but not all police respond how some of the groups want them to. So what they do is they'll get all the evidence together and they'll bring it over to the detectives. And that's exactly what he's going to do.
Which we love.
Yeah, for another one that he had, he said on a community post, he said, about to give the evidence to police for a catch that I did 2 days ago. Vid not uploaded yet. I should have called the cops to the scene, but I didn't feel like it was he didn't feel like it that night. So he's still going to give all the evidence.
Definitely props to him, because just as Cup said, the cops are not always responsive. And I think something that a lot of viewers maybe that are just touching in don't really see is these catchers do so much behind the scenes. They go catch them, but then they've also had to speak with the predator, and then they have to go and follow up with police. Some even go to court. So it's a really long process. So we're happy to see him following up on that.
Yeah, he mentioned that if he were to, maybe call the police out there, they might have wanted to take his phone, and that's his only phone that he has for the catches,
right,
until he gets like another phone lined up.
And that's hard, because a lot of these predator catching groups that are just starting out, they don't have the supporters that are
Right.
sending them in free decoy phones, and they don't really have the money to go out and buy 6 different phones. So I totally understand that, and I hope that maybe he has some donated phones coming his way.
Let's hope. The next thing we got here is from PP Mass. He doesn't have any lives or anything that's coming up. He has a couple premieres that he's working on.
He has a lot coming up. We just don't have the answers yet.
But he did say that he's meeting with the DA on Tuesday, which is October 5th, and hopefully he's going to try to live stream this.
Yes.
We don't know for sure yet. I don't know how that's going to play out.
Oh, wait. Do you think he's going to try to live stream like inside?
The meeting. That's what
that
it
would be
sounded
pretty
like.
dope.
So we'll be looking forward to seeing that. The next thing we got, our boy Jay over there at Worldwide Predator Hunters. I want everyone to go show him some love. He had a really big supporter and a close friend of his that actually passed away.
Yeah, you guys, we were really heartbroken by this news, and it actually happened, I believe, on Wednesday. We forgot to cover it, so we really want to send our PNN condolences out to Jay, his team, and the family that has been affected by this.
Yeah.
It was a really sudden accident, and I think it's every person's worst nightmare, so we are sending so much love to you.
Yeah, definitely sad. And actually, he said it was someone in the Crazy Riders that is going to be at one of his fundraisers, and that's going to be this week in October 2nd. So if you're in Illinois, definitely go over and show some love, participate in some of the raffles, get some prizes and whatnot. It's going to be in Illinois at the Screw City Tavern.
Yeah, and they've been super excited about that. So if anyone is in the area, please go show support, especially through this hard time.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could still continue on doing this, but he's going out there for the kids and to get the mission out. So PNN loves you.
Shout out to Jay. He did get another conviction, though. We don't have any thing to show you for that, but still super good job on that. The next thing we got here is Courtney ElizXbeth coming in. She had a live last night. Pull this up here. So let's see here. She caught this guy, Brian, 33 of Dane County. He showed up wanting to give a 13-year-old Adderall as well as take her to a sex shop.
Wow.
And I was watching this last night, and one thing that she pointed out, which I thought was kind of odd to say, she said that, or the guy said that she's too young, so he wouldn't send her a face pic, so he sent her a cock pic.
What?
Like what?
Wait, so he said, you're too young, I'm not going to send you a face pic,
didn't
but
wanna
I'll
get in
send you a
trouble.
picture of my dick.
Yeah.
Wow.
And by the way,
What
I've
a
actually heard
disgusting human.
of dick pics being able to identify someone. So
Yikes.
you're not safe there, buddy.
You're not safe.
Uh,
And also with Courtney ElizXbeth, we did follow up with her.
Yeah. So she did, the whole 911 fiasco.
We've been talking about that a lot.
Yeah. So she gave us an update and said that they dropped the misuse of 911 already, and they didn't have to go to court. So she still has,
That's
I guess,
awesome.
another charge, but they dropped the misuse of 911, which was the big one that we were kind of confused about.
Yeah, for anyone that didn't know, just a quick update. One of her viewers called the police during one of her lives, and then the police told her, if you ever call the police in this county again, you will be arrested,
Yeah.
which we all said, what the heck? Like, no cop should ever threaten you to use the services that are meant for us.
Right.
So I'm super happy that that was dropped. I kind of had a feeling it would be, because that would not stand up in court whatsoever.
And she didn't call the cops on this guy last night just because she doesn't have the greatest, connection with them right now. So
but hopefully that's going to start building now that the charges have been dropped.
Yeah, let's hope. So good luck on that front. That could be kind of tricky. The next thing we got here is from Colorado Ped Patrol. Tommy had a catch, I think it was yesterday, from some guy named Chase Weeble. He worked at a security company. And during the catch, this dude, pulls out a badge. And everyone was like, what? Is this guy a cop? And, we didn't know if he was a cop or if it was a fake badge.
We didn't know if he was pulling out a gun.
Right. So I guess when the cops got there, they did verify that the badge was, in fact, legit.
Which is crazy. That's a huge felony, which I think we all know.
And then it turns out that he was actually a cop in, Texas. So this is going to be a big deal if it turns out that, everything checks out with this story. But it was pretty crazy. The work actually was contacted, and they said that because he's a security guard, he's working in the front of a grocery store, making sure no one's stealing stuff or whatever, and he's armed. So the work said that they're actually looking at the live stream while it was happening, and that they're investigating it.
Yeah,
so we thought that was pretty crazy. And then later on, the work put out a statement. They said it's been brought to our attention by our community that a former employee of Ronin Asset Protection has made some very abhorrent decisions in his personal life that is now being brought to light via social media. Ronin is taking this situation very seriously. We want to say thank you to our community and local law enforcement for making us aware of this incident. As a company that employs 200 security guards over 3 states, we do our very best to ensure we do the best we can. Our hearts go out to everyone that reached out to Ronin. We appreciate everyone's continued support to ensure the safety of our communities. Please feel free to reach out if you have any more questions.
Wow.
So that happened the same day, and we thought that was pretty amazing that this company came out and made a statement right away. Usually they wouldn't even say anything.
They sweep it under the rug. And also, it is so rare to be having a live catch and have confirmation that the person's work of wherever their work is currently watching the live stream.
Yeah.
So super bad. But if anyone watched that live, you would see that the cops did not arrest him. They let him go. And we asked Tommy for an update. He said he has not heard anything back. So that's going to get really dirty if this is just swept under the rug. But luckily, I think his work is going to can his ass.
And we've seen this in the past. Once the work kind of gets involved, they start looking into this, and then, maybe that pushes, the law enforcement to bring some charges or something. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Pretty interesting. And then they had a live call last night,
it was so foul,
and it was for the live call from a pilot pred, and this guy wants to take the Decoy to Paris. He wants to pretty much take her,
sweep her off her feet.
Yeah, so we thought it would be kind of funny if because he's an airplane pilot for private jets, if Tommy called and requested the pilot to fly him somewhere and then confronted him in air.
Well, shit. Sorry for cussing. I don't know if that would be the best idea, because the guy would probably fly into the ground. But it is I do not like this guy. If you guys listened to the call last night, he sounded very, very sketched out. We're not going to play any Decoy calls, but definitely go check that out. And then we have received confirmation. Steph H is the Decoy for this. She's been incredible. And we received confirmation that they do know where this guy lives, and hopefully Tommy is planning on going out there next weekend, but the time is to be announced. We'll definitely let you guys know by next week.
And then the other thing is from CPP, there's an update for the Pee on Me Elmo guy.
Ugh.
Sicko Thomas Christopher Vance.
And so this is the one that lured the 9 and 14-year-olds to a different state. He had
just
CP on his
sicko.
Yeah, disgusting.
And really quick, while we're here, we're on netpredators.com. This is the website that we've been telling you guys about for the community-driven project to kind of keep track and archive all of the catches. And if you take a look, this is really good representation of what the community wants to build for this. You got his name, is the decoy, ages, the catcher, the social media accounts, a little breakdown, the video, and then you got more like, you know, crazy.
It's literally
crazy
just a registry, and he at first just had the name, the date that he was caught, who it was caught by in the video, but now he's really, and this guy, you know, he has a family, he's really, really busy, he has a farm, but he's literally including all, and I don't know if it's going to be permanent, but he's including all the chat logs, all the dialogue, all the photos. So if you're, even if you're a catchers, please send all your information to him. We'll link it all below. But I already have seen so much group effort in this, and I want to really thank you, everyone, for
shout out to everyone, because there's been a few people from our stream that have joined forces to help on this. So super dope. But the update is as followed. Steph, the decoy, said she was in contact with the police department and that she went down to her local PD today to give a full statement of what happened. And the ICAC officer that's involved actually said that he was super shocked to see the success for cases that are sticking for CPP. And he said he spent like 2 hours watching all of the live streams and was actually watching the stream of the cop yesterday. And so there's going to be 11 felonies charged for this guy, Elmo. There's 9 for child porn and 1 for corruption of a minor and intent to distribute CP.
You guys, this guy is done. And in our last update, we were talking about how we were kind of worried because his brother is a law enforcement officer. So we were like, okay, is this going to be just swept under the rug? But they are definitely taking it seriously. They contacted Steph and Tommy, gave them both huge kudos for how they run the organization, how it was all handled. So this is a big, big step in the right direction.
Definitely dope. So good work on that. And then the last update from CPP, just something kind of cool we wanted to bring to light, is that one of the supporters is actually bringing Tommy to a Broncos game.
Yes, Tommy and his son, which I
like,
think
how
is
dope
incredible.
Is that?
Yeah, it just goes to show when we're watching these live streams, we don't know. It's not just, supporters and then trolls. There's cops in there. There's DAs. There's judges. And then there's also great supporters that have 2 extra tickets to a game.
So shout out to that. And then really quick, on netpredators.com, we do have our own tab here. So if you were to go travel over there, you can also see our videos there as well now.
Which is incredible. Huge, huge shout out for doing this.
Super nice. It looks really good. And you can watch them directly on their page here. So super dope. Thanks for that. And moving on to the next thing we got here is from CC Unit. Number 223, Tom Wolf. Apparently this guy fled to Arizona.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was the guy caught the other night. Was it the one with the really crappy cops?
I think so, yeah, it was.
So you guys, this guy's sister pretty much, yes, it's the guy that worked at Sprouts.
Yeah.
So he got fired. His sister pretty much covered his butt and got him on the first flight to Arizona, and he is hiding away in Arizona, but don't worry, we're going to find you.
Yeah, so apparently she's buying a house for him there.
What a good sister. I know I wouldn't do that.
What the hell? And also another update from CC Unit. The videos are taken down now. He always removes the updates, but he did say for that Sacramento catch that he did with Alex, there's a court date on October 6th.
Which is incredible.
He's not going to post the video until there is a conviction. So you're going to have to be waiting for a minute for that.
Which was at the request of the law enforcement here in Sacramento. They said, please hold off. It could hurt the case. So he's doing everything correctly, and we appreciate that.
So shout out to Ghost over there at CC Unit. The next thing we got here is actually from PP Toronto. It's to make the Canadian National Sex Offender Registry public.
You guys, this is huge. I'm going to be real. I did not even know that it was not public. I thought that was like all public. Like, who doesn't want to know where creeps are?
Right.
So this is huge, and everyone needs to sign this.
Yeah. So they have 30 out of 35,000 signatures required. And I'm not really sure how Canada does things with their prime minister and, you know, looking at these types of petitions. But I assume 35,000 is like the minimum you need to get this in front of the president there, prime minister. So definitely.
Do you have to be Canadian to vote?
You know, that's a really good question. So I won't advise all of us go vote because we're
How
not
about
from
this?
Canada. But
Once we finish the video, we will get confirmation on that, and then we'll post confirmation both on our Instagram, Discord, and then if you guys see the link where you can vote, then that means that you guys are all able to vote.
we'll post the link
we'll
anyways
post the
for
link.
anyone in Canada.
There we go.
So shout out to Matt over there at PP Toronto trying to make a change. The other change we have is a petition as well to make chemical castration for child sex offenders nationwide.
Whoa.
And this
wait, do you know how incredible that is?
It's pretty crazy,
That's
honestly.
actually crazy, and this needs like literally only 100 to go.
Yeah, there was only 100 that they needed, and I'm not sure entirely, where this is going to be pushed to. But I was reading up on the chemical castration, and apparently California was the first U.S. state to specify the use of chemical castration for repeat child molesters as a condition of their parole. And that was in 1996.
Okay, so wow, 20 something years later, they're coming back with this. Well, hey, I think it's awesome, and I think everyone needs to sign this ASAP.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't really know much about it, but apparently it kind of restrains their sexual drive. And basically here in California, the law stipulates chemical castration for anyone convicted of child molestation with a minor under 13 years of age if they are on parole after their second offense. Offenders may not reject the intervention, although they may elect surgical castration instead of ongoing injections. So pretty interesting.
That's
and
incredible.
It looks like a lot of states are starting to follow this kind of trend with the chemical castrations for these people who are convicted. It was funny to note that there was something in the Supreme Court ruling in 2008 that the execution of child rapists where the victim was not killed was ruled unconstitutional. So the Louisiana governor signed a bill allowing Louisiana judges to sentence convicted rapists to chemical castration, and that passed in 2019.
Wow. Well, we're definitely making
Small
strides, and yeah, I'm definitely going to be signing this.
So go sign that. Super interesting. And that's pretty much it for everything in our news here.
As far as updates, we got a lot of news coming.
Yeah, we got some scary news as well. The first thing we want to talk about here is this shocking story. Fairfax County mother complains of sexual books in public school libraries. So let's take a listen.
In our area, parents across the country have been going viral for reading sexual passages from books found in their children's schools at school board meetings. Last night it happened in Fairfax County, and News 4's Amy Cho has the story.
Graphic pictures and text found in a high school library book.
So this is pedophilia here. This is a man having sex with a boy.
News 4 is blurring these pages due to sexually explicit images.
Here the character is masturbating.
Mom Stacy Langton says she heard about sexual content in other school libraries, so she went to her own kid's school, Fairfax High, to investigate. Langton says she found 2 books describing sexual acts: graphic novel Gender Queer by Maya Kobabe and novel Lawn Boy by
Anyways, that's kind of weird, I'm not really entirely sure why these books are in the schools.
That's very, very odd. I don't
one of
think
them
that
showed,
they should be
one
there.
of the books showed, depicted a man having sex with a boy, and then another one with someone masturbating.
And this is in a public school library?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I would be right there with that mother. I would not want my child going to the library to pick out a book for her report and stumbling upon that.
Yeah, I've always kind of thought that the public school system kind of puts these books out there to get the ideas and kind of steer a narrative. And so this kind of confirms my thoughts. It's kind of weird. So good for that mom for saying something about that.
And it kind of makes all of us look around, because if it's in that school, imagine how many other school libraries that they're in.
Exactly.
So definitely think about that if you're a parent.
The next thing we got here is coming out of Florida. And if you guys don't know, there's a lot of crazy stories that come out of Florida because of the Sunshine State law. And so I guess they're really transparent. So you always hear Florida man does this,
Which we love.
Yeah, so here's this sheriff right here, Grady Judd. He's really good. We love watching him. He always does press conferences and covers things that other kind of police departments don't really go on TV to kind of cover,
and when he talks, he's so entertaining, and he'll show these photos. So you guys will be obsessed with him if you have not already seen.
Yeah.
But we're gonna play this to show what's going on.
This
over
was
there.
he announced 16 arrests after a CP sting.
Law. I knew one day you'd be here to pick me up. Are you kidding me? The guy who is supposed to be working in the system to safely house prisoners admitted that he looked at child porn and he knew we'd be there to arrest him. Well, now he's in jail. And our prayer is that we send him to the state prison to be an inmate where he once was a correction officer.
Wow.
Yeah, so he goes through all of the people that they arrested, and this guy that he's showing now was actually a correctional officer. And we cover a lot of police and people in power. Seems to be an ongoing trend with the news stories that we cover. So
It totally is, and it's because people trust them. People think, oh, you're a correctional officer, you're a cop, you're a judge,
Right, you're
so
good.
you're a good person. I trust you with my child. And let me tell you what, those are the most dangerous ones.
yeah, exactly. So shout out to Sheriff Grady Judd, doing amazing down there in Florida.
Yeah, he genuinely seems like he cares. He's not just putting on for a show, to shut
Exactly.
people up. He genuinely cares.
The next thing we got here is wife accused pedophile tells cop she flipped out when she saw abuse but never reported it. It's like, what? It says the wife of a man accused of raping and abusing 2 young girls for years told police she flipped out when she saw it but never reported it. Now the woman, identified as Melissa Martin, 44, of Lemon Township, Luzerne County, right out there with Musa, faces counts of child endangerment and failing to report child abuse.
Oh, good. I'm really happy.
Yeah, well, we saw in the last episode where we covered the wife who was complicit in the crimes and got 32 years. So hopefully something can follow from this.
Yeah, I think they're just as bad. If you know that someone is a pedophile, it's like on our last episode when we talked about the girl who thought her boyfriend was cheating on her. She went through his phone. She found loads of CP, and she immediately spoke up. Shame on this woman for not speaking up, and she deserves to be in jail as well.
Yep. And I just want to kind of go back really quick on that petition. I saw PP Toronto was in here, and he did say that you do not need to be Canadian to sign this.
Nice. So everyone, please go sign that. It's crucial that we all do this. I know everyone in here. I see all your faces. I know all your faces. You guys are so active in this movement. So this is like a cherry on top.
Yeah. Let's get this petition at 35,000. Shout out to PP Toronto.
Yeah. What's up, Matt?
The next thing we got here, unfortunately, is another teacher arrested on child sex abuse charges. It's like, what the hell? Where are these teachers? Like, what are they doing?
It's almost like I almost wonder if they get into being a teacher because they want to be around children,
Right.
or if it's like they're around children so they like start growing accustomed. It's like I almost want to interview one of them.
Well, get this. The elementary school's name, Hellgate.
Oh my God,
And here
the
you got
gates of hell.
the devil working in the school.
Right.
It says that teacher Scott Hamilton has been taken into custody on charges of attempted sexual abuse of children and sexual abuse of children, possession of material. Missoula Police Department received information regarding the alleged offenses and immediately opened an investigation. The investigation is being led by Detective Jay Harris, who is a part of Montana ICAC Task Force.
Yes.
A search warrant was conducted on September 30th at the residence of Scott Hamilton. Detectives Harris filed charges. So good for them.
Nice.
Get this sicko off the streets.
Wow. That's actually crazy.
The next thing we have is another teacher.
You guys, we report this morning when we were gathering all our articles. We'll stumble across them, then we collect them, then we condense them down to the best ones. We literally do so many of these teachers that we were like, wait, did we already cover this? But then we look at the data and we're like, no, this literally happened yesterday. It is just so crazy
It's
how
sad.
many teachers. And I always see people in comments of videos saying, have you ever caught a woman, or have you ever caught, and honestly, no. And it's because of situations like this. They're so planted inward,
Right.
and they go after the innocent. It's sick.
And this story is coming out of Kentucky, which I don't think there is a group that catches out in Kentucky. So if you're in Kentucky and you want to start a group, I think now would be a good time because I've seen a lot of these stories coming from that area and surrounding area. So let's take a listen.
New at 5, a middle school teacher is charged with inappropriate contact with a minor. 37-year-old Clay A. Tilford of West Paducah turned himself into the Carlisle County Sheriff's Office this morning. Local 6's Tammy Adelea joins us. So Tammy, where does Tilford teach?
Tilford is a Carlisle County Middle School teacher. In his bio on the website, it says he has been teaching at the school for 7 years. I reached out to the Carlisle County Board of Education. The superintendent told me he wouldn't comment on the investigation. He did say Tilford continues to remain on administrative leave. Kentucky State Police says they received a report about Tilford last month claiming he used force to inappropriately touch a child. Today, the Carlisle County Sheriff's Office served an arrest warrant for Tilford. Tilford turned himself into the Carlisle County Sheriff's Office, where he posted $25,000 bond. Kentucky State Police is now handling this case. Todd?
Disgusting.
Honestly, I think that if these people get arrested and then they go out on bond, I just think that's so bad because we see a lot of our catchers catching people that are out on bond or they've, been a repeated offender. Like they need to get the castration shot or whatever surgery because they're literally getting out and then going and repeating exactly what they were doing.
Yeah, and I think it might also be good to get some type of cameras in the school system.
Oh my God,
that might stop some of these things. And we have another story later that we'll kind of tell you about. The next story, though, is Army to reinvestigate past allegations against PSYOP first sergeant now charged with child sex crimes.
You guys, this is crazy.
Yeah, so apparently the Army command overseeing much of the service's units is investigating how leaders handled past allegations of sexual misconduct against a senior non-commissioned officer who was recently charged with sex crimes against children. And we did cover a story where the Army was going to implement a new kind of unit to oversee these assault cases.
Yep.
And I'm not sure. I looked to see if that was, but it kind of seems like it might be. So if it is good, because
they're weeding them out.
Yeah, exactly. It says that civilian authorities in North Carolina have charged psychologist operations master Sergeant Joshua Glardon with 1 count of first-degree statutory rape and 15 counts of felony second-degree sexual exploitation of a child. And he was a ROTC teacher, apparently. And it just makes me sick that this guy is a psychologist.
Psychologist,
operation, he's in the operations for psychology, so he probably knows how to break down barriers.
Exactly. That's the scariest. And I also read a story, I don't think we have it, it was like a week ago, of a elementary school psychologist that was harming children in the same form. And I personally think it is like this scariest type of person because they're psychologists. They know what to say, how to break you down, how to twist things. I mean, this guy is ultimate danger.
So let's hope that this guy's arrested and convicted.
He will be. He will.
His mugshot says it all. The next thing we got here is Chico. Oh, no.
The investigation dates back to early June. A search warrant was executed.
Soccer coach.
Another one.
We'll play this.
At the Epsom home of Mark Dignan on Tuesday, where authorities say a digital forensics team found evidence leading to his arrest. A 52-year-old Mark Dignan appeared in court today virtually, charged with 5 felony counts of possession of child sex abuse images. He entered a plea of not guilty. Prosecutors say Dignan is not a United States citizen, and during a polygraph test administered by the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, Dignan admitted to having sexual contact with a child while living in England. It was also revealed that Dignan is currently involved with coaching youth soccer.
Wow.
The state's biggest concern is the defendant has no tie. He's not a citizen of the United States. If at a minimum, he should surrender his passport.
Oh, yeah.
And also, we'd ask for him to have no contact with any minors.
Detention is not appropriate in cases.
So they're saying, that he doesn't have ties to anyone here in America because he's from England. This is the type of guy that you need to not give bail to because he could leave to England and go reoffend out there, you know.
And they said that he has offended out there.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's very possible that this guy could leave. So Let's get this guy a conviction.
And here he was coaching soccer for
right.
our children.
It's like, what the hell? Sick. The next one we got here is 3 arrested in undercover child predator sting. This is out of Washington County, Oregon. And apparently, the cops were doing a sting similar to the groups that we cover. And they posed as young boys and girls on social media platforms, and they caught these guys. So we just wanted to plaster their faces on here in case they're, any other groups come across these
100%.
guys.
100%.
We got Lee Olson.
Yeah, and good for the sheriff's department for doing this sting. We see them, sometimes, but we don't see them often enough. So I'm really happy to see that these departments are getting their stuff together and doing these stings.
Exactly. Robert Anthony Lee Olson, Andrew James R. Still, and Gregory Parker. So shout out to the Washington County Sheriffs. And funny to note, it's the sheriffs that are doing this.
Yes. Yeah. It's a big difference between the sheriffs and what you see on the street, like police department.
Yeah. So we've said before, the catchers should reach out to their local sheriffs instead of the PD.
Yeah.
Because it seems like they have more pull.
Right. Well, and the sheriffs are elected. They are voted by the people. Generally,
One
I know,
is.
but it makes you feel like there's someone that's not just worked their way up or whatever. I don't know. It gives me a little bit more faith.
100%. So good on them. The next story we have, and this is a good story of victory. Chico man sentenced to 32 years.
And there's your ad for your local Disneyland or whatever.
32 years for sexually abusing 2 children. Sicko.
32 years.
Yeah, he started molesting these girls when they were 6 and 9 years old. The abuse continued for 9 years until one of the girls finally told her mother about the abuse. The mother immediately contacted the Butte County Sheriff's Office, which opened an investigation. Turner was arrested, and he, confessed to the crimes.
Wow.
So 32 years.
And big props to those little girls for coming out and, speaking to someone. That's so scary. It's so scary.
Yeah, it's sad, really. And now he's ordered to pay $450,000 to each of the victims that he abused.
Wow, that's kind of rare. I feel like I don't ever see that. So
restitution
that is really
in that
rare.
amount is pretty big.
Wow.
Good. I mean, they'll probably have a hard time getting that unless this guy owns houses or something that they can turn into some cold hard cash for him. But we like to see that. So the next story we have is, unfortunately, another teacher. And this is also interesting.
This is like the opposite of, we always talk about teachers and we always say, how did these schools not know? Or how did they pass their background check? Well, this is now the flip end of that.
Yeah, so now Toms River Regional Schools is being sued over ex-teacher child predator. And, I wanted to bring this up because this is in New Jersey, I believe. But it's crazy because if you scroll down on this article, it says New Jersey teachers and educators caught in sex crime bust. Over the past few years, state lawmakers have taken on the challenge of dealing with accused child predators among the ranks of teachers and educators. In 2018, the so-called Pass the Trash law went into effect, requiring stricter New Jersey school background checks related to child abuse and sexual misconduct. The following individuals were arrested over the past several years for, said things. And it's just crazy that this list is so long. And you can scroll and just see all of these teachers. And this is just in New Jersey.
Right.
That have gotten into the school system and offended somebody.
You know what I think? It's like when you're becoming a cop, you have to sit and do like a 4-hour psych eval with a psychologist. I think that not only police officers, but also teachers, at least every other year, they should have another evaluation done, because I'm sorry, this is just crazy.
This list is crazy long.
And they all look like such normal people, which looks have nothing to do with it. But it's like, just from the look of some of these women's face, right? If it was my daughter's teacher, I'd be like, oh, she looks like a nice, well put together woman. Right. So definitely be wary who is around your children. I know you all are, but be careful.
Yeah, it's just sickening. And shout out to New Jersey for passing the Pass the Trash law. I think all states should follow suit and kind of get something similar,
Absolutely.
because you need to weed these guys out that are
Yep.
teaching our kids.
They're trash.
And then that brings us to our updates for what videos dropped. But before we get into that, we did want to say we are having another giveaway.
Yes, you guys, we are doing another giveaway.
Let me put it on the screen really quick.
Let's throw it up. So we have told you guys before, you know, we're not doing huge giveaways, but we're doing 2 different winners to win $20 each. And we're doing this just so you can go become a member or subscribe to someone's Patreon,
Right.
whatever it is, or just cook dinner, whatever.
Well, yeah, we were thinking we could give you guys the $20, 2 winners, and then you can kind of put that back into the community and support
Absolutely.
somebody for 4 months. And it's, you know, it's not much, but 4 months is a good amount. If you want to go watch someone's videos that are locked behind a membership, now's your chance. So all you need to do is subscribe to our channel, which I know most of you already have, and also leave a comment on this video of a topic that you'd like covered on our show. And then next Monday on our show, 6 p.m. Pacific, we will choose a winner live.
Yeah, and we're excited. And obviously, don't leave dumb comments. We're not going to cover any dumb behind the scenes drama that's going on in the community. I'll just put that out there right now. But if there's any topics that you have not heard and you want us to cover like a full segment on, we'd like to hear it. Or if you just want to say, hi, how you doing? We'll also do that.
Any good comments, you know, constructive, nothing dumb and drama related.
Your channel sucks.
Right. We're not going to let you win. And also, you have to be in our live on Monday. So when we do the drawing, if you're not here and we don't see you in the comments typing away saying, I'm here, I won, then we're going to choose somebody else.
And we're also going to send this on our Instagram. So we'll plaster this all over our social medias. And you guys have until Monday.
Yeah. So good luck to everyone on that. I think it'll be fun and a cool way to support the community. The next thing we're going to talk about, like I said, is our updates from the community. So let's get right into that.
I do just want to say, going into this, that there's a lot that goes into this community, right? There's what we all see on lives, and then there's what happens in these catchers' personal lives.
Right.
I just want to say that we will never cover drama on what's going on in these people's personal lives. That's just not our vendetta.
However, on the flip side of that, if something is going on a live,
during a live catch,
or after a live catch, that kind of bleeds into what we're doing.
Absolutely.
And, you know, it could give the wrong representation of the community and give us a bad look, because I know a lot of the people out there take this very seriously, as we do.
It's just, I guess what we're trying to say with this is sometimes we do have to give criticism back, but it's just feedback, and it's not who you are as a person, it's what we're seeing.
Yeah.
So this is nothing personal or anything, but we're going to cover it, so buckle up.
So we're not going to play the video. There's not much to see, but we wanted to play the audio
We're
from
going to play
that
the
video.
audio.
So this is coming from OB Nation, Rami, and, you know, we'll just play this first.
Oh, I got a heart.
Don't even mention that then.
No, I'm just.
Stop. Don't even fucking mention that then. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Have I not taken care of you all night, Lyric?
Sure, but don't fucking mention that.
No, but you put
Any
me
other guy would have abandoned her in a different state.
But I'm not gonna do that to you.
Fuck up with that shit.
Oh yeah? This is exactly why I'm not gonna stay with her at the hotel.
Any other guy would have abandoned her.
This
Any
is
other
exactly
guy would have
why.
abandoned her. Really.
I don't know why you're crying. Yeah, they're kicking us out because of the way you acted. Walking up to us in the middle of a catch with your vagina hanging out. Who the fuck does that? And then fighting
With my vagina.
Yeah, butt fucking naked in front of the whole production team. You're walking to us. Twice you did it. And then falling down like 10 fucking times. I'm telling you. And then fighting with every single.
Are you fucking on live right now? Wow.
I've been streaming.
Wow, dude. Wow.
What are
What do you mean wild?
Yeah, he's on live right now.
I was streaming from no, I'm not exposing you. I was doing a live catch an hour ago. And then the cops tried to kick us out. The cops were trying to fuck with us, so I had to stay live so nothing happened to me. Really, you took something. You took a drug. Listen, I swear to God, I don't know what she took. The ambulance, the EMT came and told me she took something. Her eyes are dilated, okay? She was sweating profusely. Her heartbeat was off the charts.
All right, so
wow.
now
Okay.
the reason we wanted to play this.
Well, first, can we give a little backstory of who this girl
Yes.
is? So, this girl, she's 22 years old. Rami flew her out to be a live decoy. Okay, so her job was to come that weekend, this last weekend or week, to be texting. You know, we watched a couple of the lives where he's like, "Hey, are you still talking to people?" So her job was to text guys, have them meet up, and then go on with the situation. Well, during one of the lives, it got a little messy. I think there was some alcohol involved. She comes out running butt naked, and then it proceeds to this. So the only reason we are covering this is because it was during a live stream that anyone on YouTube just watching a live catch would come across. And I am sorry, but it's freaking heartbreaking. I don't want to stand up for this girl because she is a woman. She's 22 years old. However, she did not know that she was being filmed, and it's clearly a humiliating situation. From what it sounds like, she either got too intoxicated or maybe was slipped something. I don't know. At the club
or something.
But she has no recollection of it, and I feel like there is a time and a place for everything. And in this particular situation, it's like, why did that conversation have to be filmed? Why? You know?
Yeah, and I think the other thing to note is, you know, this girl came to maybe grow her social media presence and kind of put her foot in the door and using OB Nation and Rami to do that. But you can't always trust everyone on the internet.
And is what I'll say for Rami is our channel, I trust it. I use it as if it's my baby, right? So I wouldn't just have some random person that I just met come and be the face of PNN or do an interview if I do not think that they have good intentions, or even I don't think she had bad intentions, but you really have to trust who you're bringing around your close circle, especially when you're that big. And it really upset a lot of people, including me. I was upset by it.
Yeah, no, it was not the time and place, you know, and that brings us to the other side of this where, you know, he created OB Nation, and I have the description here for what that channel is. And it says the channel features content to entertain you, the audience, with funny content and overall anything that goes on through my daily life. The ultimate intent for this channel is to make you laugh and help make your day better. Some content on this channel is featured for jokes and comedy. This channel will help you get to know me and my team a bit more and feel a connection between us, as this channel will feature open thoughts, emotions, etc. So to me, it sounds like it's an IRL kind of streaming.
I was just about to say, does that not, there's nothing about that speaking about predators. And I want to let everyone know, I'm subscribed to Rami. I watch Rami, and every time I turn on the camera, I will laugh at whatever show he is putting on.
Right.
But here's the thing. Rami first started out, and he was catching predators. He was doing it just like everyone else does here on YouTube. And to be completely honest, I'm going to cuss. I don't give a flying F about what he's done in the past. That's not my business. I'm not a donator. I'm not a contributor to his channel. So I have no need to speak on what he has done in the past, but I will speak on this. And to me, he started with great intentions. I think that all of the views and the comments, and if you guys go to his channel during a live stream, you'll see everyone rooting him on. His audience loves what he puts out.
Yeah.
But I think is where Cup and I kind of came to the conclusion on what he does in his channel, the most shit that he gets is when he's trying to be a predator catcher,
right,
and doing what he does on his live streams.
He's trying to like mesh being an entertainer with being a predator catcher,
right?
And
it's giving a bad. It's making other predator catchers feel like this is a joke to you,
right,
and it's pissing them off. However, if he took the predator catching out of it and just focused on IRL, which I think everyone would still view and watch, a lot of he would not get literally 90% of the hate that he gets, because he needs to not intertwine his prank channels and his
laugh joke comedy stuff with the pred catching community. So that's our thing, is that Rami, if you want to keep doing this, that's fine, but just stop doing the pred catching on this channel. Just make it an IRL channel.
Right.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've noticed too that on this channel, he'll go live for 5 hours and he has a catch for maybe an hour and a half or 2 out of that, maybe. But a lot of people don't have 5 hours to sit and watch and don't want to watch, frankly.
Right.
So, you know, I think there needs to be some separation between the IRL side of things and the pred catching community.
Absolutely.
And that's kind of where we're going to leave it. And we don't think that that girl should have been filmed like that for
absolutely
entertainment
not. I just
purposes.
pictured her being like my little sister. It broke my heart. And, you know, she got herself in that position. So if there's any young girls that are trying to be aspiring models or whatever, do what you got to do, but don't fly across the country and put yourself in an unsafe position with people that you don't know.
Exactly.
That's my final piece of advice. And for all the Rami fans, we're still subscribed and we will continue showing his catches
and his accomplishments.
But that is our 2 cents with the whole situation, and we will move on.
Yeah. Exactly. Moving on, we have Tcoy, called the fake Aussie guy. And actually, this catch is going to go down tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So in about an hour, this should be going down with a special collab between CC Unit and PCM.
You guys, I am so excited for this catch.
Yeah.
Anyone who has listened to the calls, this guy just wants to be like Mr. America. He wants to go stargazing, and he wants to sit in a hammock and braid her hair.
Do all this,
and it's kind of scary because when you listen to him on the phone, like, we actually thought that we knew him, but we texted for the information and it wasn't the guy. He sounds like so normal, and he sounds like he could probably get with, you know, girls his age, which can't they all? But I am so excited for this because he's a creep and he's going to be exposed. 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
So this is the Decoy call if you want to take a listen. The other Decoy call we have is the final Samuel call, which is with PCM and PCI, which is also going to be going down this weekend sometime. We don't have any time confirmed, but we're thinking tomorrow.
Yeah, you guys. And I think everyone has been listening to the Samuel calls, but he's, I listened to him beatbox last night, and let me tell you what.
Yeah.
If he does get out of jail, he definitely does not have a career rapping, because it was awful.
Terrible. So yeah, go check that out. Make sure your notifications on for both CC Unit, PCI, and PCM, so you can catch both of those lives. The next one we have is coming from LC Predator Catcher Musa. This is number 223. And I think it's funny that CC Unit and Musa are literally tied right now with 223.
That is weird.
Before, obviously, tonight's going to be 224 for CC Unit, but I thought that was a little crazy.
Yeah.
So this guy, 26, Danny, doesn't speak English.
Because you responded to it. You responded. You bullshit me. You won't bullshit me? Bullshit me? If you want to keep lying to me, I'm going to call the police on you.
You know what I don't understand with these is, like, how do they speak perfect English, like, through text?
Through text.
do they have a translating app or
well,
what? Like,
yeah, during this catch, he was saying how you must have been translating something.
Right, you knew perfect English. And the other thing is say this was a real little girl or guy, I forget what he was portraying to be, but say that they went and showed up. This guy knows that if he doesn't speak English, like, how would they even hang out?
Right, like, well, what, like...
It makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Yeah, the cops actually ended up coming on this one, and Musa noted that it was like the captain or sergeant or someone that had arrested him.
Yeah, you guys. And I was actually a little scared.
Same.
I was like, oh, is this going to go down? Because Musa went to court. He fought it, and it's now over. But I was like, dang, is this guy going to be rude? But it all handled itself well, and it worked out.
So shout out to Musa.
And I call cap on this guy. I think he knows English.
Yeah, same. Big cap. The next one we got here is from PvP. This is number 48, Kevin. He wanted to suck a 13-year-old. And this guy apparently was, he's like a sound engineer. And there was talk that he might have been a sound engineer for Pearl Jam. Oh. So this guy's kind of big in the scene.
Yeah, and he has a message for all of you guys. So we're going to play it now.
You understand that I already have it all, right?
I understand it.
That you locked it?
No.
Yeah, you did something to it within the last 40 minutes, Kevin.
I did not.
Then did it just magically lock itself?
For the record, I'm speaking directly to the camera. I do have a LinkedIn, or I had a LinkedIn. I don't keep up with it.
Magically disappeared within the last 40 minutes?
No, that is... It did not, and nor did I do anything to LinkedIn.
Okay.
Wow, so he's just going around and trying to cover his ass.
Yeah. And the cops did come. The sheriff showed up, and there was no arrest, but they did seize this guy's phone, which is good. So hopefully something comes out of this.
That's actually huge news for PvP because I don't think he's ever, and this is I don't fully know, but he does not have the best luck with police. Yeah. Honestly, it's not PvP. It's that area. CC unit deals with the exact same thing. Anyone in California, Southern California deals with it. So the fact that the police even entertained this and took this guy's phone is a huge, huge leap. And yeah, I'm super proud of PvP. And he's on 48. Come 48. On, he's been in the game for like a month. So huge shout out.
Shout out to that. The next one we have is from Colorado Ped Patrol. This is on his second channel. If you guys haven't subscribed, go subscribe because he's dropping a lot of the older videos there. He dropped 3, but we're just going to play 1 out of those 3, just a clip.
But do you know you can get arrested for that? For meeting with people underage online, you can get arrested for that?
I was not doing nothing wrong with them.
Oh, I know, but you wanted to hang out with a 14-year-old and said make out and stuff like that, you know? No. It's just... something you can't do, but let's get out of the way. I don't want these people to hear. You want to walk over there so they don't hear? Because they might call the police on you.
The lights
they won't?
in the bottom corner.
Right.
For me? Do you want me to call the police? Do you want me to call the police? I'm here.
So go check this one.
Yeah, this one's actually really rare for Tommy. I was actually I personally was not in the live when this happened. I don't know if it did go live. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Tommy never goes for anyone under, I believe, like 25. I don't want to say never, but there's too much of like, it's hard to get a good case when there's that age difference. So this guy's 18. He was talking to a 14-year-old. Definitely cannot be doing that. But I don't think there was an arrest with this one.
And then the other one that he dropped was, let's see here. This is a man shows up to meet a 14-year-old boy. We'll play this really quickly.
Yeah, hold on real quick before you play it. There was a lot of talk with this one. This clip is a part of the phone call of him calling his fiance, and we'll talk about it after, but listen.
Has this been a problem before? You've never noticed him with minors before? Never? Nothing? That's not a big deal?
No, and if you want me to be wholesomely honest,
okay.
When he met me, actually, when I met him, because I approached him, I was 16, and he told me to hit the fucking road until I hit 18, and
Wow, I remember this.
Yeah, and you guys, I didn't put it to the right part, but his fiance goes off on him, and people in the comments for the first time ever were saying like, wait, call the cops on the fiance. Like he was saying, I'm going to get home right now. I'm going to kick your ass. I'm going to beat you to death. Like going off, which half of the audience. Super abusive, which it's like, I like just call the cops and get this guy locked up. We don't condone any abuse, but they are in such a toxic relationship. So please go watch that one.
And then the last one that he dropped is a weird bald demon guy at night who face plants catch.
Love the titles.
I know. So go check all 3 of those out. Those are on Colorado Ped Patrol's 2nd channel. The next one we got here is the Elmo Pred, Pee on Me Elmo. This catch was from Creep's Spotlight's perspective. We'll play a little clip, but we know you guys have probably already seen it all.
Yeah, we did cover it on our last episode, but it was a CPP. Now we want to send you guys over to support Creep, so we'll just play a second.
Why you shouldn't get in trouble? After talking to a kid sexually, coming to me, 2 of them, not 1, but 2, sending videos, wanted to send child porn. Why you shouldn't go to jail?
Anyways, yeah, go check that one out.
That guy's disgusting. And we did give you the update on this guy. So if you're just tuning in, make sure to come back in like an hour or just rewind yourself. But we'll link it all in the description, the live update on that guy.
This one's coming from OB Nation. Pred has insane freak out and cries to mom. We played the trailer on our last episode. This is the full video.
Apartment. What do you think about this? Honestly, what do you think about this? I try to protect the community.
I thank you for that. I just can't believe that. I guess.
It's disgusting, right?
Yeah, I can't believe that.
How would you like it if you found out like your neighbor's little?
So you guys already know.
Yeah, you guys know.
Yeah, you guys know where we stand with him. So basically, go check that out if you want to see a catch.
And Rami, if you're listening, please just IRL stream.
Yeah, just do IRL stream and leave the Pred catching behind on that channel. The next one we have here is this one we also covered. This is a convicted felon wants to kidnap 3 kids. This was the Arkansas catch. And this one's part 1 is on PP Official. Part 2 is actually on your boy JDQ, but you have to become a member. I think it's at the $4.99 tier. So if you want to watch,
win that giveaway that we're giving you guys, make sure to go put your money back in this or whatever catcher you love.
Pay attention. Okay. So, can we all get married? I know that she's too young. And you said we keep it a secret to marry a 9-year-old and a 14-year-old.
Very exciting announcement today.
And there's the ad.
And there's the most subscribed man on YouTube.
So go check Alex out over there at PP Official for the first part. That's free. The second one here is coming from PCPA, Predator Catchers, Pennsylvania, Shafiq. Pred mom shows up and freaks out on me. This catch just had me rolling. These people were insane.
Are you trying to defend him right now?
I'm not defending anybody yet.
Okay.
I was just saying, you're on private property, which
I asked his permission.
Okay, he doesn't own the property. Her boyfriend owns the property.
My boyfriend's the landlord.
Okay.
So
Like
I
what?
have to give him permission to be like on the property.
Okay.
And I'm just saying.
I'm the office manager.
All right.
So
Oh shit.
I'm not trying to be like rude to you guys or anything, but yeah.
I totally get that, but
I know, but I just.
I thought it was funny.
Shafiq was super nice and like presented himself really well. He wasn't screaming or acting out.
Yeah, he's pretty good about that. But I thought it was funny. The sister, I believe, showed up on this catch at the end and was like, I bet I know like more law than you. And it was just like clear that she didn't know anything.
Not.
And so that was a pretty good one from Shafiq. So go check that out.
Yeah, I want to give a huge shout out to Shafiq. He's been doing really good with maintaining these catches. You know, each day that we prepare for an episode, we go through our master list of every single catcher on YouTube. And so many of these catchers haven't been on in a year or 6 months, 4 months. So I give a huge shout out to all the people that we're talking about because they're so consistent and give us all what we want.
100%. And then that's pretty much all for the videos that dropped. There was one video from Creep's Cringe. Don't know much about that catcher. I do know that she said that it was her first catch in a couple months. She's been dealing with some things with law enforcement and personal life. The video was privated because we were going to show a clip. But hopefully that's edited for us at a later date.
And it's another female catcher in the game,
Yeah, who
which
doesn't
is
love that?
incredible.
And so that kind of wraps it up for all the videos that came out. There are a couple premieres. Like we said, there's the CC unit that's going to be happening in about an hour.
8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
With PCI and PCM on the fake Aussie guy. So definitely set your notifications and reminders for that. We'll also put that in our Discord when it's live. The other thing is the Samuel catch this weekend, possibly tomorrow. And then there's also a PP Toronto premiere tomorrow at 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So 11 a.m. Eastern.
All these different time zones kill me.
Yeah, so on the premiere tomorrow, you can, if you want, join the Patreon. And if you do the silver $5 a month, you'll get access to full Predator Catch videos, uncensored and ad-free, and access to all previously blurred, deleted catches.
I love that. I love going and seeing everyone's different membership tiers. I think they're really creative. Shafiq has one where you can, I think the highest level, you can play like a video game with him or something, which
on
I
his
think
YouTube
is dope.
membership, yeah. Getting creative with it. We like to see that. And then just to recap on the giveaway that we'll be doing. If you want to be a part of the giveaway, all you need to do is subscribe to our channel here. Leave a comment on today's episode, something kind of constructive if you want to leave a idea for us for in a future episode, or just some good feedback for us. We'd truly appreciate it.
And the winner will be announced on Monday's episode, live 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And just to make it easier for getting in contact with you, you have to be present during the time of the announcement. So we'll do it right when we start in case you have other things you're doing. So the announcement, or the winner, will be announced 6 p.m.
6 p.m. So tune in Monday to see if you win. And then let's see who we have in chat. We got Park Cosmonaut, Don Diva, Richmond Against Predators, Scamula, Technical, Robbie Shock, Steph H.
Hello,
Koopa,
everybody.
Chaos, PvP Ho, Mr. Los Angeles, Xeno Warrior. Shout out to everyone for being here tonight.
Huge shout out. And again, we do this channel just to unite everyone. So our criticism tonight, it's not to be thrown against anybody. It's just to say our honest feedback, just watching at lives, none of the other crap that's going on in the background. So just take that into consideration. We love all of you guys. We appreciate all of you guys. And we hope you have a great weekend.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys on Monday. If you could, please drop us some purple hearts in the chat.
Let it rain, purple hearts.
We love you guys.
We love you. Bye.
Peace.